Shit. There we go.
And we are live. I think. Maybe. It's still doing the live thing, but it's going to catch up. All right. Hey, we're back, everybody. We are back. We're back from, what, 14-hour drives from California? Lance drove
30-hour drives, man. That's like 14 down and 14 back.
I mean, that's total drive time, right?
Total drive was 30 hours, yes.
Well, wait. What? So what did I do? So did it take you 15?
It took me 13 down, I think, and then I think 14 and a half back because I came back from GGT.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it was, I think, 13 or 14 both ways. And then an extra like 2.5 hours down
driving
south.
Around and down doing other stuff, yeah.
Yep. Hello, and we got John.
Yeah, John's here.
We're going to break everything because John was late.
That's fine.
What's up, guys?
What a tard.
Guys, I'm out here. See, look.
You mean in there?
Out here.
See, how do I switch my... Boom.
So what they're doing, you guys, where is John? John's at PDX
John
Underground.
is at PDX Underground.
I can answer for you, John.
Okay, you answer for me.
He's under the sea.
Yeah, he is, because he's facing the wrong way.
He's under the ocean right now.
But that's John for you. If you can hear. Anyway.
No.
Okay. So he's looking at the track right now. Look down at the clipping points, around the clipping points, John. This floor used to be white.
Yeah, Kevin needs to put in black P-tile really bad.
I mean, okay.
That's getting so bad. But I will say, after running on Super G for like 4 days straight, it started to get really bad wear marks in it too.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Really bad.
Like we're running plastic black tires. I don't know how it gets like this.
It's also part of the wax too.
The wax isn't black.
Well, yeah, but like with all the dirt that's coming from the cars and stuff, so.
But my car's never that dirty.
I don't think my car might be that dirty.
Hey, we've got a Logan, which we're gonna have Logan on stream. So we got Judd, we got Ben,
we got DJ.
DJ.
Hey, DJ made it back. Good.
We got Austin. So.
We got a lot of people that we need to still have on stream. That's what that means. So, okay, welcome to the stream, everybody. My name is Adam. That was John over at PDX Underground. This is
Lance.
You've met Lance before.
I've been here before.
We're all back from a long week of Super G. We're all kind of recovering. I posted a crap ton of videos. I think there's like 12 videos on interviews with drivers.
Yeah.
I think people have been liking them. Have you watched any?
I've watched some.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Yeah, I watched all of them.
Well, thank you for that. I guess in the meantime, if you are watching, or maybe we'll start plugging a little bit more as the like and subscribe type of thing.
Yeah.
Although, like, I was looking at the statistics, and quite a few people are liking and subscribing. Well, more subscribed than liking, but that just means I have the same people watching every single week. So now we need to reach out.
Yes, now you need to spread.
Without Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A sponsor.
Oh,
I found Chick-fil-A sauces for sale at Fred Meyer's today.
I wonder if our stream is going to be retarded like before. Remember that one time, John, when we were doing FD, or when they were doing FD at the same time, and it like totally crunched our screen?
Oh yeah, when I was watching FD.
Well, I don't think that was a you thing, because it was like totally trashing my connection too.
That could be it too.
Anyways, okay. So things that we're going to talk about, we're going to go over calendar events, just like we always do. We'll go pop into Discord. We'll take a look and see what's there. There's a lot in the product watch stuff. If you have that up, you can pull up and see what's all there. And then, of course, what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a lot about Super G. I just want to focus on a few different things. One of them is actually traveling, and we might just start off with that because we kind of talked about it. And we have both sides of the party. Except John had Jake haul his crap up and down and up.
Yeah.
What a cheater.
Thanks again, Jake.
Can't take his own
Appreciated
stuff.
that. And then DJ transported it back home, which DJ appreciate that.
How lame.
Thanks, guys.
I hope you bought him lunch or something.
You know, the next
Not
day,
yet, but yeah.
you know, the next day I saw Justin Yoon post a picture, and it was his Yokomo pit bag checked for a plane.
The small one or the big one?
The big
rolling
one.
The rolling one?
The rolling one.
I couldn't do that.
Like, there are so many problems with that.
I get the little one for that.
Well, it's not that. It's just like,
I'd carry it off. I wouldn't check a
like,
Yeah, no. After what I heard,
terrifying.
what happened with Joe's bag, I'm not checking in anything.
wait, what happened with Joe's bag?
His check bag was completely smashed. Like, so
Oh.
if this was the top of it, like the corner,
No,
this
use
whole
your
thing was,
Chick-fil-A
like,
bag.
folded.
Use your Chick-fil-A box. I want to see you do it with the Chick-fil-A box.
All right. So, Chick-fil-A box. Like that.
That sucks.
I mean,
I would never do that.
sucks.
if
that
you're
sucks so
watching
much.
them, if you're watching people like the loader people like load the
Oh, they
plane,
huck them.
yeah,
Oh,
they just
huck them.
throw them on
Oh,
the
yeah.
conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I would never check in anything like that.
Yeah, you still sound like you're in a toilet, by the way.
Ooh.
You.
Oh.
It's his
Headphones.
earbuds. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so note to self: never buy Apple
Don't worry.
AirPods ever.
Just don't use them with an Apple phone, then you're fine. They
Really?
weren't good with an Android phone.
Really?
You don't get all the tappy features, but they still work great.
That's funny.
Yeah, I
That's
use them
funny,
with my Pixel.
Yeah. Okay, traveling overall experiences down at Super G, which now I know what their track feels like, even though that I drove for like a half hour.
That's good enough.
And if you're all wondering, it's because whenever there was open drive, there was like 40 cars on the track at any
Or
given
more.
time.
Or
more.
Usually more, like 60.
Well,
60
so
plus.
the way I see that is like we went during comp time.
Yep.
And there's 120 plus drivers that's trying to get practice on.
Yep.
Unless you're competing, I don't recommend going there. And if you are competing
During comp, yeah, don't go.
Yeah, during comp.
don't go there during comp. If you are competing, I recommend going there at least a few days before the competition to get a better feel of the track.
practice. Yeah. Wednesday, Thursday were freaking great for me and Jake. We got a lot of tuning in and got a real good handle on the track surface.
Right.
So
And it wasn't complete nuts chaos.
Right.
Chaos.
I remember like when I got there on Friday, I was trying to get my car ready for getting it on the track just to drive. Lance helped me like mount some tires, and that helped out a lot. And then like trying to get my comp body put on.
Nick, no,
But it was
both of
hectic.
them are
Like,
looking
I get
actually
out
better.
there and there's like 50, 60 people on the track at once.
Mm-hmm.
So like you'll get a corner and then everybody's yelling,
Corner,
sweeper, corner,
yeah,
man on track.
inside.
And it's like Jesus.
To say you couldn't get a clean lap in.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
you thought. It's
Just
like, and you
can't.
thought PDX was bad. Like,
No.
No, PDX is like
PDX is amazing.
PDX is like easy driving on a Sunday compared to Super G comp day
right.
or comp time.
If you want to know about making buddies, go to
Yeah.
Super G during comp.
Yes.
You'll make buddies.
That the only cool thing, like so sure, like we're all like there's a lot of people, right? But people knew how to drive. That's the only thing. Like you don't get the newest guy trying to learn how to drive at the track
See,
because
that,
everybody's there to compete. So it's
That-
like everybody can like you can tandem with anybody all night long or all day long.
Oh, yeah.
so
people
that's
know how
the
to drive
hilarious
it.
thing. Because when I got to drive, I waited till Sunday night to drive. Right.
Yeah, after finals.
So not only was I putting fresh like tires on the track and fresh car, like because I've never driven there before.
Mhm.
It's everyone that's been driving the line for the past like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't slow, but I was definitely slower. So I'm like, crap.
That's why you need Jake geared up a bit.
What?
Yeah.
It surprised me though, because Joe Sardina wanted to try the track. Like, so I was like, all right, cool. Just try and take my tires and run them. His PDX mix was amazing on that track. Like no tuning, just new tires put on the track, and it drove amazing.
I think it's because it's so light.
Exactly. Like my car, like my new chassis is stupid light, so I didn't have much trouble. But there were some people there that were running really heavy cars. And
Your chassis,
you had like two different sides. If you were in the middle, you kind of had issues. But if you were either really, really light or really, really heavy, you could get the grip you wanted where you wanted it.
Yep.
I felt grippy. Like I think I'm on the mid, so I'm not like super heavy. I'm not super light. But it was like trying to get traction. It's when you let off that I lose traction. But when I'm on throttle, no problem. And like with my driving, like PDX, it's like I do a lot of off throttle driving. I had to super G. I had to like be on throttle.
You had to. I had to train myself the first couple of days to stop braking as much and actually just transition with throttle more.
Yeah,
and be always on throttle. Because if you were off throttle, you slowed up real quick, real fast.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So what my initial impressions of just like the grip that you had there, it was all like corner speed.
Yeah.
Like the instant that you hit that big sweeper over in corner one for me it was the other side of the track, but oh my gosh, you just saw your car just pick up speed right there, like, and just keep on going.
Like that.
I was always faster coming out than I was going in every time. I'd pick up speed and adjust where I am in the sweeper, and like halfway I'd be out. So it was stupid.
And then it was so deceiving because corner two into the hairpin is so like that was a huge risk for everybody, right?
It was. It got a lot of people. It got me on my second qualifier because my first one I played it kind of safe, and I wasn't confident in the track yet, and knowing it and knowing where to transition. And then second qualifier, I went too far in and went into the back.
Right.
Yeah, it was really easy to do.
He got me all my battles in my qualifying. I had to, when I saw that corner in qualifying, I was like, okay, slow down. Don't even worry about hitting the clipping point. Just drive it.
But it's like, so like driver position matters, right? Like where you're at on the,
Obviously.
On that one, it did a lot. Yeah.
But it's like, it's like you pick one or the other, right? It's like you can see one, but like even if you stand in the middle of the track, right? It still doesn't give you like a good perspective of what those corners are.
No, but I mean, we were there so long, we were doing so many laps at some point, like me and Jake, and I'm pretty sure Alex at one point did get to the point where that farthest away corner, we just went for it by feel every time. And usually we came out okay because we stood by the big sweeper where we could see the slowdown spots best.
Let me do some moving around here because John is lame and not at home and using a phone.
He's fine.
He's okay, but I need to change a few things.
You need to change it for stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna set him right here. You're breaking my template, John. Okay, so I just put up a picture of the track.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is how. Yeah.
No, it's missing. It's missing the sweeper lines.
Right. So this,
I think that was the one they put up the morning of, but they didn't include the lines in the big sweeper in this one.
Right. So there was the sweeper, which was actually a zone, right?
No.
The sweeper wasn't a zone.
It was. Yes.
And then basically, you know how we all like how PDX drivers complain about the straights?
Biggest straight ever.
Yeah.
But it went by fast.
It did.
They all went by so quick because you had so much speed in the straight there.
That's true. Like
it didn't feel as long. It felt like they were almost a little short at times.
Right. Well, it's like
you're like mobbing with all the speeds.
Like
Yeah.
we have the little change over at PDX on the back, which is the front side of the track, right? Because it's this thing.
Yeah.
You can't see my cursor. It's the top left of the track that I'm looking at right now. But anyways,
Yeah.
so we're coming around corner one. So corner one is like you start seeing your car pick up speed here.
The big sweeper.
Again, you can't see my mouse. Dang it! In the first quarter of the corner, and then you're picking up speed. You exit really really fast, and then you also need to judge in the far end how fast you're like how much speed you need to scrub without like crashing into the other side of the wall.
That's the hardest thing for me.
Well, it's funny because the first couple days, you didn't have the lines, but they did have a transition marker. If you were like eagle-eyed enough to notice it, it was a little red bit of tape on the back wall and a little red bit of tape on the other side of the lane, and then it was yellow. And then lower bracket day, they went and put a yellow one a little bit further down to tell you where to start transitioning, and that's where everyone had been doing it anyways. So everyone was pretty close, but if you went too far to that red line, you were gonna hit the wall no matter what you did.
Gotcha. And I guess what you could do since there were like visible markers is just pick a marker and like stick to that. For the most part.
Yeah, there was a couple markers, like the end of the pit lane was a good one to be in transition for the corner one. You had to have been sideways as you're coming past the end of the pit lane.
Yep. And then so corner number 2 was tricky. Coming out of it was easy, but then you're trying to gain speed back into corner 3. Corner 4 is basically, or going into corner 4, that's where we had some people with like wheels off track. And then going into the last corner, this is where Lance got boned right at the end.
Yeah, it was like a fraction of a second off course.
It's still a
it
weird.
Was so close.
It's still a weird interpretation of the rules too.
It is a little bit, but I don't know. At that point, I think with that run, it was getting to the point of being nitpicky anyways. So I got nitpicked harder.
I mean, it's not even nitpicking. If we nitpick the rules, it's 2 wheels off of the lead car. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Anyways.
He was riding that line, and I just got sucked a little bit farther over. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Sorry.
I don't know if I were to go against Alfredo or battle for the top of the other bracket anyways.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I'm not too upset where I ended up. I think third or fourth in the bracket is not bad. So
okay. Speaking of that position, because Brenna had to do it twice.
Yeah. Dude, okay. By the end of the second bracket, I was walking in to do some practice, and I walked past her, and her boyfriend was talking to her, and she's like, "I need a break." Like she was stressed out. She was so stressed out. I mean, 2 brackets back to back.
She was like, she just had it. She was on it like the whole time. I think the most consistent run out of all of them.
Like I didn't realize that she was also like bottom bracket.
Bottom bracket
of like bottom bracket.
The unlabeled bracket. Just everybody that 00, that's where they were.
Yeah, I'm like
she crawled from that all the way up to lower bracket.
Yeah, I was looking at the brackets. I'm like, oh, that's what everybody means.
Yeah.
No, she beat more than anyone else there, 100%.
Right, biggest winner.
She's got the most money, like her she like whatever she paid for the comp, she's got it back for driving with everybody. Like,
would you call it got it back, or would it be like more stress?
She made her money's worth. I don't know, dude. Like, if I had a chance to like battle with everybody, doesn't matter if I won or not, but I got to battle everybody.
Like everybody that was there was driving really good. The competition was really good. Even the bottom brackets were good.
Yeah.
Like top 32 was just next level, but like the bottom brackets, I'm totally happy with where I ended up. Not even close to upset. And
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, even Alex did good, even though he double zeroed. One of the guys you interviewed, Adam, said the same thing of qualifying, then you ice the drivers, and then like 3 or 4 hours later, they come back for their second round. It's
Yeah, that was Bill with Team Psycho.
doing the quals like that doesn't give you the chance to get unstressed, because you're stressed. You go away for 2 hours, you come back, and you're stressed again because you're at the beginning. Doing the competition, after you get that first battle out, it's like, okay, now you can get in the groove a bit better, and it got better and better each battle.
Yeah.
Alex gets really nervous, and as he kept going in the battles, he got better and smoother, and so he ended up second in it.
Tell me a little bit about qualification, because what I'm getting is that like you had like were the qualifying laps like split apart?
Yeah, you did. Everyone did qualifying lap, then you parked it or you got off, and then the next person, they did each person from top to bottom, and then each person top to bottom again. So you did your qualifying line wherever the hell you ended up in your bracket or in the number, and then everybody had to go again.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I think it's like 1 through 16, because there's however many drivers, right? So 1 through 16 went their first lap. Everybody went to their first lap for qualifying.
And then it just kept on going.
After 16, you got 17 to 32.
Yep.
And then blah, blah, blah. And then you go back after that.
Yep. So we did. You did your qualifying lap, and then 2 hours later, you did your second qualifying lap. Like that.
Like I think Jake and us. So from my bracket, like from 16 and up to like 32, we got moved to a different bracket for qualifying. Like we were last. So we were
they resorting between?
They resorted from the beginning. So like I think there was some people that needed to qualify and needed to take off.
Gotcha.
I don't know, because I was number 19, Jake was number 18 from registration.
Yep,
For some reason, anyone from 16 to 32 got moved to the last bracket of qualifying. And then whoever was behind us got pushed up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's weird.
Or something like that. It was weird.
Qualifying was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, right? Like, I feel like when you qualify, we do it back to back. We're like, all right, let's just get it done with for time.
Yeah,
So.
I like back to back better, because you mess up and you're like, okay, focus.
Okay, focus and just run it.
Yeah.
On the flip side of things, like it at least preps you for the actual battles. I know it sounds really weird, but
because kind of, but also like, I don't know. During qualifying practice, they strictly said no tandems. We don't want you practicing tandems. Run your qualifying line only. Yes.
Yeah, but then everybody like during practice before battles, it's like you can't cross the track. You gotta like follow the battle lines.
Yeah.
Like when I was practicing, because I was just doing my laps, like hot lapping it just to get used to the track. And people were yelling at me like, you can't do that. You have to like fall in line with everybody and then you go.
Oh, like actually get it. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? Like I thought it was no tandems, and then now we're doing tandems.
But is it really?
They randomly would change it, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's what happened with my practices, because I was like trying to get a feel on how hard I can push my car, and like
it's an RDX. You can just drive it, John.
Not with those tires on that track.
Then get better. Isn't that the whole point of that car?
There were no RDXs on podium.
No.
Yeah.
It was a shark.
They were all sharks.
It was all sharks on podium. Because all of us thought at least one RDX would make it on podium.
Which, hold on. Let me break this down for you.
We didn't say Shark was going to be winning. We didn't say that.
No, they're...
Everyone that I talked to...
we worked... It was a toss-up between an RDX and a Shark.
Yeah.
I'm glad all Sharks podiumed.
But
we all expected at least one RDX podium.
But... I mean, I think the surprising car that was there was the RDS.
Yes.
That guy was amazingly brave.
And he went up against Jake. Jake took him out, right?
Yes. Yeah. He was
Man.
ready for running. I didn't get a chance to look at it though. So
Neither
I have
did
no idea
I.
if it was fully stocked or if it was upgraded or what.
Like, I honestly didn't know how to go about like recording people this year. I have so much better ideas for next year. So much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If we get to go.
no, there won't be an if. We just gotta be like technically
Are
we
we
qualify
actually gonna
anyway,
try and
right?
do it?
No, we qualify anyway,
because we're
right?
100. Well, okay.
Yeah.
If Kevin doesn't do regionals, if he doesn't take it over, then we could.
Which
Because it's
they-
150 miles from your nearest regional.
Right, which they are.
Right?
According to the PDX folks that I've talked to, they're pretty much on board to run a series next year, which is great.
Yes. But that means we'd have to make it up to their regionals,
Which is fine.
which we could do, yes. But if he doesn't do it, then we automatically qualify because there's no regionals within 150 miles of us.
Hmm. And if not Northwest, because Northwest is closing next week,
They're not Northwest.
the not Northwest, then yeah, it might be like a conjoined effort if that does succeed.
I mean, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
making it to PDX
you know
to
what
do
else I
that
realized?
is-
This is absolutely funny. Lance was the closest one to our competition.
What do you mean?
Lance traveled the shortest to competition. When it's usually the other way around, because usually everything is up north.
Yeah,
Okay, except for Albany, right?
Well, yeah.
Is that Miko in chat? D-Mix?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Miko? I can't see the chat, so you guys are on your own to chat.
That's your
Phone
own
problem.
fault, John.
That
You did
is your
that to
own.
yourself.
You have
just
a
because
laptop.
just because
Yep.
you wanted to go and hang out and watch FD over at the track.
Exactly.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Honestly, if you
No,
would
it's
have
good.
let me
It's good,
known earlier today, I
Right.
could have been up there too.
No, there's a problem with that because this wasn't a plan until after 5 o'clock or 4:30.
What?
You
Today or
could have
yesterday?
told me.
Like coming here, it wasn't like I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go there today. I was picking up laundry at my brother's house to like do it at my house, and then I was like, and then I had to go through life stuff. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go play instead of like sit and do bullshit at home. So,
Okay, so what needs to happen next time though is that we do need to grab a Saturday that we can stay late anyway,
Mhm.
and then do the actual stream there because that would be fun.
yeah, I think it'd be cool. It's quiet enough. Like if we have headphones, we can actually hear what's going on. And then I don't know if you guys are hearing all the cars in the background.
No, I just hear your face.
Nope.
Damn.
Which isn't good, but you still need a microphone. Like,
Yeah.
there are ways we can work around that. And Logan, I didn't know that it was going till midnight. I knew that we were watching
We're
FD
hoping.
there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was going till midnight. What I heard last in chat, or saw last in chat, was they're going till FD ends, and that's pretty much it.
Which is
Yeah.
like,
Which is like now.
10:30. Well, it's still
10:30?
going.
Is it? Usually I thought it was like 9.
Oh, what
It's late
happened to
enough.
Vaughn getting scarred?
Dude, his wheel like flew out or some shit. I was like, I
ju-
didn't catch all of it, but like his car flew out.
I just
or,
flipped back.
tire wheel.
Okay. How do you feel about Chelsea Denova just taking it without even having to compete in like top 16?
Man, he pulled a Jake. It's fine.
He did pull a Jake.
It's fine.
But
There's always a Team Jake somewhere.
It is.
But this is one of those like, so this is my problem with points system on racing or any sort of like motorsports competition. So like when I was originally, the first points motorsports that I was watching was MotoGP, motorcycle racing.
Mhm.
You guys didn't know. So I was rooting for a certain guy to win. He got 6th place on that final race. And then they crowned him as champion. And I'm like, what the hell? Why? How?
Right.
And then, of course,
Yeah.
the point system is like he gave him enough points that he didn't have to finish top 3. He just had to be there and like get enough points for that to keep him on first or champion.
Pretty sure that's how most seasonal championships work. Pretty sure that's how rally.
They are.
And
Yeah, it's by points. So like if
Yeah.
you miss the race, you zeroed out
Yeah.
then you don't have points for that, and then you're technically out of the running for championship. It's just weird to me because to me, like I was coming background wise, I was coming from like basketball as a sport, to where you have to win your games to be a champion. It's not by points, so it doesn't matter if you have like it's not about 200 points over the other team. It's like you still have to win. So
Logan,
it's just one of
I'll
those.
save my opinions.
Yeah. That's all.
Oh, something that happened the other day, actually. We were all playing CarX, which I didn't realize that I was playing CarX for like, 3 or 4 hours, which surprised me. But yeah, we all just had like a nice little conversation about drifting, like RC drifting while playing CarX. So maybe we'll spin that up again, but not have like any actual contact, like things to talk about. We'll just kind of let it go and then see where that goes.
Did we try that one night?
We tried like to actually have the show at the same time, which didn't work out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was too much to do instead of just like
Casual.
doing it. Yeah. Cameron, yes, bring Miranda next year because she's gonna like do well. And yeah. Just like Alexis and Brenna, both of them said that they're really just wanting to kind of show that there's no blocking in terms of like females being like interested in this, and there shouldn't be.
Yes, no, it's I think most of us encourage that women do get into it. Like, as soon as we heard Miranda wanted to drift, we're like, hell yeah, get that car going and drive with us. So,
Yeah.
So no offense to you, Cameron. For the longest time, I thought that Miranda wanting a chassis was just Cameron wanting another chassis.
Cameron wanting an RDX.
Well, you know what I mean, because like that's how it usually goes, right? Like
I'm gonna get a chassis for her, but I'm gonna drive it all the time. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah. I'll just leave that there. Yeah. Hey, Fred. How's it going? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm more scattered-brained on this than I thought. Back to the breakdown, because we said that all sharks won, right? So the funny thing is that the percentage of sharks was phenomenal. There was a total. So I did the rundown of like all the different chassis that are there, and I only came up with 114, which I'm missing a chassis here or there, something like that. But okay, how many sharks do you think were there without looking at the table?
Well, you already told me. Only
Yeah.
John, yes.
John, how many sharks do you think were at the competition?
A lot.
How many?
I have 116. Take a guess.
Well,
Out of
114
114.
recorded.
Yeah, whatever.
I would say there was at least 80 to 90 sharks.
Everyone
Oh my
guesses so
gosh.
high. That's what I said
everyone's
too.
everyone's a shark. There's
Yeah.
114 on the record.
114.
114.
Yeah, so like
Competitors, not sharks.
Yeah.
not sharks.
No,
Sharks,
there's
the
100
chassis.
Yeah.
You just literally said like 90% of everybody
Of
had
the
sharks.
comp was sharks.
Well, it's either some sort of like shark build, this racer deck, or they
so
have a shark.
that was all inclusive, right? So anything that was related to shark
Anything with a shark
was
counts.
shark. Like
Okay.
Jake Shark, Jake's
Yeah,
MC1
so I want to
shark,
say
right?
like
Yep.
higher or lower.
Lower. But
Lower.
since you're there, let's take a fun walk around the track.
Okay, again.
Yeah.
All right.
So what I want to know,
So there's my Chick-fil-A leftovers.
I'm still not convinced that Chick-fil-A is super great because you have to add sauce.
So
It's not just good by itself.
This is where we drive at.
I will say
Like
Raising
that.
Cane's was good by itself.
I didn't go to
I
Raising
didn't get a
Cane's.
chance to try.
It was good by itself because they didn't have sauces. They had their one Raising Cane sauce, and that's all you could have.
No, I
Alright,
want you to
so-
go. No.
You want the diff track?
Yeah, I want you to go ask
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Before I do
ask
that,
people.
let's,
Out of 116, how many sharks?
all right, so here's some RDX parts, drift stuff. Since I'm already here, I'm not walking back. So we have some drift products. All right, let's go ask.
Yeah, well, Kevin missed out. I already bought a Reeboks from Keith at GBT.
Oh,
It's okay. I bought some parts from GVP also.
He has some wheels I like too.
Logan says Raising Cane's is greater than any other chicken joint.
He knows his course as well.
Okay, how many
That was
shards
good.
do you think was that Super G?
Out of 114.
Out of 114, how many do you think?
65.
65.
Closer.
Yep.
Judd, how many sharks was at the track at Super G during competition? Yeah. 40. Oh, everybody's doing a safety meeting, so no one's
Oh.
here. There's
Lame. Oh, Fred's there.
Fred.
There.
Adam says hi. 65, 70, 75? I know.
Yeah. I guess they did get a cheat. No, don't.
But they don't
Logan
remember
can't
it.
cheat. Logan can't cheat.
He's going back to work.
Who has the best chicken tenders?
Chicken
Cane's.
tenders?
Kane.
We're all over chicken tenders right now.
Okay. Okay. So there
So
were
how
40.
many?
There were 42 sharks out of 114.
Yep. 115.
That's a lot of YD2s.
The next that
No.
came in. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Was YD2s and RDXs tied
Yeah,
for
there
15.
There were
Find out
quite
what?
a bit of like YD2Zs and just straight YD2s.
Yeah. So anything YD2 is all inclusive, right?
Yep.
In that. There was 15 RDXs, and this surprised me. 13 TDP chassis.
And those are the pigeons, right? The
Yeah.
Canadian ones.
Mhm.
Those-
13.
Those made a good showing. I was
Yeah.
impressed by those.
I like
And
the
they
red
did pretty
carbon
good.
fiber.
hmm
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is 6 GOMs, 4 RMXs, and that's split in between 2.5, and whatever you want to be, like beast modes in there too.
Yeah.
There were 4 MD1s, 4 MC1s, 2 PDS mixes, no NGEs though, so that's kind of interesting. Probably because all their transmissions are exploding.
Probably.
2 KCRs,
What's a
So-
KCR?
wrap up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How
One.
many MD2s?
Hold on. Jeez, my gosh. 1 ST1, 1 RDS, 1 MD2, 1 MC2. Was that Alex?
Yes.
Okay. 1 Hanya, 1 D5, and 1 Bianca. Ecotech Bianca.
Yeah, which was the one
Trace.
guy you interviewed. Yeah, Trace. Yeah, he did pretty good too. No.
So get this. Trey's video is so far doing the best out of all of them. Although that could be two things. One, he's just super popular, which is probably the case, and he's blowing up social media like no other. So
nice.
here's at you, Trey.
Yeah.
And then 2, I posted it first. Like
Yeah,
he was
you
the
did. That
first
was
one.
the first one you did. Yeah. Yeah. No, Alex's MC2 was the only GRK. It was like the only real low CG chassis there that was running, and we spent all day, basically Thursday, redoing the whole rack steering system on it and moving it down, and then moving the servo back so we could get better sweep angle on it. Yeah, that was work. I'm going to adapt a YD2 side rack to it
No,
though,
why?
because it'd be better than the GRK one.
Why not put the Rev D bell crank on it?
Or the shark
I don't think it would fit.
You just need to drill holes. That's all.
I'm not going to drill holes in an MC2 chassis. I can do this with a 3D printed part, and then I can get it shapeways and hang it from the top of the bulkhead, like the stock YD2s do.
Cameron's asking about yogis. There were no yogis there. It was all just straight up golems.
Straight golems. Yep. No funky overdose stuff.
Although I am only talking about what I saw on the entry list. I think my yogi was the only one that was there, and I wasn't competing.
That's right. I mean, like I have.
So I was taking around the mini, like to just random people,
Yeah.
and there's like
Wait, which mini? The crazy hot weight shift one?
Hot boy,
Okay.
McShark.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
ours, because the other one is the wrap up next one, and that's just crazy too. But yeah,
I had mine Thursday or Wednesday, and I drove it around. People laughed. People really liked the box body. The
SMX.
Yeah, the SMX body. They freaking loved it. It was hilarious. They were laughing.
When I was on track, whoever had the Yusakani trike was just like up the rear end of my Miata. I'm like, why is it so fast?
Yeah, it's got funky tires.
Well, you can run regular.
You can run 2 regular ones and then a weird funky front one.
I mean, okay, there is that.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is that.
There was also talk about technically, you weren't supposed to be running your chassis, but the rules states is that it just has to be commercially available, right? Which they were.
I mean, yeah, I had a ton of them with me.
Yeah.
And we gave one away as a donation for the raffle.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I do want to talk about that a little bit later. Okay. Let's break for a second. Let's do calendar events because we just hopped straight into topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think Tandem Tuesdays are still a thing. Is that right, John?
Yep.
So Tandem Tuesdays are at PDX Underground RC.
Mm-hmm.
I did recommend someone today to go check out the PDX Underground RC Facebook page because he's looking to get into drift.
Nice.
And the dude has a blah blah. He drifts in real life. He has a 240 or yeah. Anyway. Moving forward, December 2nd for us is Hot Import Nights over at PDX. We'll probably know more information maybe like in late November, as in like the last week of November, before we get any information.
Probably.
April 12th to the 14th for all of the Pacific Northwest, which if there are any California people there and they want to come and join us, that would be pretty sick. Northwest Model Hobby and Expo, or Northwest Model and Hobby Expo in Monroe, Washington. Pretty much the biggest get together aside from Super G competition that you'll see for RC Drift in the Northwest.
Or any RCs.
Or any RCs, yeah.
I mean, it's huge.
Yep. Okay, so there's that. Anything else, you guys?
There was something about some other show up in Tacoma or something like that.
Oh, there's another slammed. Is it slammed enough or is it fitted?
I don't remember. It was in Discord, and my Discord ran away.
Discord ran away.
It was.
I want to say it's Import Expo. Oh wait, you know what?
Yeah,
oh wait, no, never mind.
It is Import Expo, October 21st.
Which
5 to 10 at Tacoma Convention Center.
The DJ Sean Kitaguchi will be there doing his thing.
Yep.
Which, if you don't know his name yet, he's basically our like in between guy for like RC drift cars and car shows. So if you do want to do something, hit him up. Like if it's not already being covered. But he's trying to get like entertainment over in the real car scene for car shows. Because let's not kid ourselves, or at least I'm not kidding myself. Car shows are boring.
They are.
After the first like hour, car shows are boring.
Yep.
So why not do some RC drifting in the meantime?
I don't know, man. The Big Northwest River one was kind of fun because they also had like autocross going on. They had a bunch of other things to do. So Portland car shows are boring.
Yes. Yes. Like, so Hot Import Nights for us specifically is kind of like an endurance thing, right? Because we get there at 12, we set up within the hour. The show doesn't start until like 7, and then it goes to like 11 or midnight.
Yeah.
So that day in itself is so long.
It's a long day.
So long. Okay. What else are we going to talk about? Let's go pop into Discord right now. Let me see if I can do this the right way.
It's actually a lot of product launch this week.
I know. Okay, so I want to take away this one. No. take away this one. Nope, that was John. Take away that one. Okay, and now which one is that? That. Which one is this? I think it's this. Messenger, live streaming traffic, Discords. And show. Hey, okay. Kind of. Product watch. Here we go. Okay. We are in the product watch. A lot of kind of cool things are happening. Oh, did you see the... So, RDS officially has like a competition spec version of
I didn't
itself.
see anything different about it though when I looked at it.
I had to read it to actually figure out what was different, and I don't remember what it was, but
Something small and
yeah,
stupid.
it is now actually a competition chassis. So there you go.
Technically, yeah. Someone did compete in a national event for it.
Okay, so this kind of cooks me or moves me in the wrong way, because this is the conversion chassis for an RMX to basically fit a Rhino DDSS and the transmission on it. So for me,
Is it made by Rhino Racing though? Like as far as I can tell, it says Rhino Racing. This is like who makes the chassis?
hold on, let's...
Who's cutting it? It just says Rhino Racing. That's weird.
It's Shark. Yeah, it's a Rhino thing.
It's just weird that they put out their own deck for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And okay, so here's what gets me, right? Because it's like they have the Shark. They have a fully put together Shark. They developed the Shark for like a YD2 platform in that sense, right? For whatever the donor chassis was. But here we are. You're basically buying a RMX
conversion to put a DBS on an RMX.
Exactly.
Why?
So the only things that I could think of here is to take...
I like that no more waiting for outdated MST parts. You're still using the MST gearbox. You're still going to have outdated and hard to get MST parts.
But you can switch to the DDSS. Or, I mean, the Shark transmission, right?
Then it's not an RMX anymore. It's just a Shark.
I know. And that's my point.
Why?
It's like, why not just get
this exist? This is stupid.
Like, this I get DDSS and then the original rear end. But at the same time, we're getting so close to everything being the same, right? Because it's not...
Yes.
Now it's not a choice of either being 3 or 4 gear. Like, you have to buy different transmission cases for it. Most will be a 3 or 4 gear transmission. Right? Like,
Yes.
like this confuses me so much.
This is a stupid product.
It kind of falls along the same line, and I don't mean this in any bad way, but like Kansai chassis, right? Which is right here.
The next one down here we're looking at. Or
So
one further down. Yeah, that one.
yeah, so Kansai chassis, you can do the same exact thing here. You can put a DDSS front and a Shark rear end, just because the Shark rear end is so it's just a YD2 set.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I forget who is running it, but someone is already running like a DDSS and a Shark rear end.
I think it's just a Shark.
Yeah, right. Then it's just a Shark. So I don't know.
My brain hurts now.
I have feelings.
That makes my brain hurt.
Okay. Going back to the RMX thing, they do have a adjustable height for the RMX front bumper. Or sorry, just for the Shark, the DDSS front.
Yeah, the normal DDSS shock tower adjustable height, which is nice. That's not a bad idea. I like that.
And I didn't check how much it was. How much is it?
Probably like $15.
If it is $15, that's
$15
way
exactly.
Yeah, that's way cheaper than the MC1 version
or
of it.
Or the Yokomo 2-piece composite one.
Yeah, that one's like $40.
Yeah, that was pricey. This is way better.
I will say
But-
this is a lot more uglier too.
Yeah, and you have to make sure you're running the one-sided upper arms, like the Rev D or the Shark style, wrap-up style.
Yes,
You can't
Yes.
use the pin style Yoko standard ones.
for sure. Then moving on. So this is what RCO was debuting at Super G. This is their adjustable camber plate.
Yep, the camber plate. That is funny.
Why is it funny?
I bought an RDX so I don't have to tune, but now I'm making parts so I can force tuning back into it.
Okay. So let's hold
It's
on.
just funny. It's funny.
Okay, the whole point of RDX, right?
Just build it and go.
Right. But the whole point of RDX is to have a platform that people can put together and somehow still mess up. Like, that's the impressive part. And somehow still mess up. But at the same time, it's just have a good platform that has a competitive nature all ready to go out of the box. Because you can't do that with an RMX. You can't do that with...
Not without a lot of work. No.
You can't do that with a RDS. You can't even do that with with a YD2, right?
No, it takes too much work.
Right. And today I was actually tuning a D5, and that in itself is something else. But yeah. So a front end camber plate. I'm pretty stoked about this. Technically, right now.
It's
I
a
mean,
master plate.
I have nothing wrong with the existence of the RDX or this plate. I just find it funny.
What I do find funny is Rev D's actual. So they made a top brace only out of carbon fiber, but only for the sheer fact of chassis stiffening. Like it's not any more functional than the original one.
It's just
This-
for rigidity.
Yeah, this is way more functional than that.
It's very functional. It's a clever way to do it. I like it.
And both Justin and Kevin were running this at
Oh, were
Super
they?
G. Yes,
Nice.
and Justin was in top 32. So
Yeah.
there's that. And then Kanzai chassis V2. So this is the collaboration between RCO. RCO is RC Oasis and DS Racing. So DS, they're both tight partners, basically. That's why we're seeing them on A main. So yeah, pretty cool milling that was done here.
It's pretty well done. Yeah, I like that.
And then here is the DDSS on a Shark. Which okay,
No, that's DDS on an RDX, right?
RDX, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, it comes to the point of like,
Bad.
why change it? It's already good. You know what I mean?
But a DDS, okay, like I don't know. Like I hate side rack now. Wipers are acceptable, but DDS is best for me. If I bought an RDX, I'd probably want to put a DDS on it.
I don't think so. Like it
No?
really is that good already.
Yeah,
The front end is literally the only thing I haven't touched.
really.
The only thing that I have done to it is put the aluminum knuckles on, which I do recommend. The aluminum knuckles for an RDX is a good step up in the right direction. And it fixes the bump steer a little bit.
No micro drifters. They're just as expensive as 10 scale. Why get tiny and pay just as much?
So Sam is asking, will Adam ever get into micro drifters?
No.
I drove John's. It's neither here nor there. Like, it's fun.
But
it's
the
different.
same price as a normal ones.
Right.
Why?
Right. But we have the same
Space.
experience
Space
with
is the only reason.
yeah. Space would be the only thing, and not to mention that
Thank you.
they go just as fast as the full 10th scale cars. You guys,
They do. They're fast. Oh,
like,
man.
if you haven't driven the PDX or the not PDX but the P tile at Northwest, since we haven't mopped it or anything like that, everything is a rocket on that track.
Yep.
Just imagine trying to like tandem and do a competition on that track, which we did,
It's hard.
and it was stupid.
It was hard.
Anyway, so Kanzai deck, that's cool.
It's an interesting deck.
This
not
one's
bad.
fun. This one's fun. Donuts as a fan
Fan
shroud.
That's not as good as the Kirby one.
Well, it's from same people, Mile
The same
High.
people. I like the Kirby one more. And then there was some guy, one of the Hawaiian guys, I think, had a shark head. As his face. On a
That's kind of
shark.
cool.
Was
That
it
funny.
was it on a shark?
Yeah, it was on a shark.
Okay.
Dang,
It was
I didn't
funny.
see that.
was
Whoever has
funny.
that should send us pictures.
It was
I want
really
to see
good.
it.
I thought it was hilarious.
If you are considering an RDX right now, Super G is running a ton, well, 2 different combos. This is the first one that came up. So if you buy an RDX, they're offering the Gorilla mounts, which is a $50 value. So that's
Which are
both.
really good.
Yeah, so that's like your standard of magnetic mounting.
Good. Yep.
If you want to pay
Usually-
for like an actual solution that's already made for you, right? Because it just uses the regular holes that are there.
Yep.
Then I don't actually have it pictured here. They came out with another one that was you buy a shark, and for a little bit extra, I think the overall cost is like $340. But you get RDX and wrap up next. I think they're just the aluminum body. It's the shock kit for the RDX.
Oh, nice.
So for $340. So it's a pretty compelling deal in terms of that, because then you're getting a really good shock right off the bat. Which,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, the regular RDX shocks are good ish enough. Like,
fine.
John, you're running the regular shocks, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just regular, factory. Nothing crazy.
And then here is kind of like a quick overview of the Kansai chassis.
All right, I'm gonna go drive. So I'll see you guys later.
Oh, John's
Peace.
gonna be lame.
Yep.
Lame John. And he broke it.
He
Hold
did.
on.
Did he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, now I gotta fix it.
He always breaks stuff.
Dang it. Now I gotta resize Lance and all that fun stuff. And hold on, guys. If it looks like I don't know how to use OBS, it's because I really don't know how to use OBS.
You'll get there someday.
Yeah, I think I'm decent at it, just not like great.
You just need to program in preset things.
I do, but the
Preset
thing is,
scenes.
like, the thing is that it changes with how many people that are on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay. I don't have very high production values. Anyway, so this is a kind of like an overall thing of the Kansai chassis. So V2 is 31 grams lighter than stock. YD2 front bumper compatibility, YD2 steering system compatibility, which this, Judd, you're not in Discord. Dang it. You guys, you're killing me.
How is he not in Discord? Does he keep leaving the Discord?
I don't know. Do you see people leave Discord?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thoughts on which new RDX Flex chassis? That's the bigger question, because this is also a semi-flexible chassis.
I like semi-flex.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Back to thought. If anything is saying that it has YD2 steering capability, that literally opens the box for like everything. So
Everything.
not
YD2E bell crank, MC1 bell crank, DDS, SX2 and 3 slide rack, the RX or ZRX lightweight
RX.
slide rack.
Yep.
Yeah, with the one that's only the front. Yeah, so like tons of different front end compatibility.
Yeah. So if it's saying YD2 compatibility for steering, you have a lot of options.
Yes.
Lots of options.
Yes. And since that one's a rail-based chassis and not an upper deck, then you don't need to worry about the upper deck bull
Yep.
crap. So it means you don't need to worry about the upper links or
Well,
upper.
What
upper
else do we got? Slotted servo holes. So if you want to like shift where your servo is sitting.
Because that one does sideways servo,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice.
Slotted battery holder mount, so you can move the battery. Front flex, rear flex, YD2 gearbox compatibility, which again means a lot of different things, because if it's YD2 compatibility, then Shark transmission will
That's
instantly
even
fit on
got
it.
YD2S trans bolt patterns in it. That's got 6-hole bolt pattern compatibility.
So basically, it's kind of like an ultimate YD2 carbon plate.
That's not a bad one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
crazy.
it did mention front flex and rear flex, and I can see that in the chassis design itself. I don't know. And
How would it? The flex the cuts are kind of in a weird position though.
yeah. So I'm
Like
not.
it's a super narrow deck. Essentially, you take out the side winglets, and it's just a super narrow deck with little winglets on sides.
Yes. Very small winglets.
Yeah, it's a weird shape. I'm curious how it flexes.
Oh, Cameron just sent me. Oh, okay. Sorry, Carbon Fury is the brand name of the weird MD1 style deck. It just looks like a whole bunch of lines, geometric lines. Let me see if I can share this here.
I don't think I've seen that.
Hold on, let me do some copying of pictures here. This is not why didn't it do the picture? Copy image.
For fun.
I'm just gonna load them up here. Oh, why? Here we go. Here we go. You're gonna see this, Lance, and you're gonna be like, what the crap?
Probably. Okay. That's a little extreme. Wow. There's not much material left on that.
So, I mean, we're talking about high flex, which it still has the top decks.
Dude, it's gonna be wet noodle.
I mean,
that's
but the
and
prototype of your
middle.
chassis, right, with the plastic 3D printed parts, that's a wet noodle.
that was a wet noodle. Oh my god, no, the acrylic deck with printed top with the acrylic uppers, that was a wet noodle. This, because I was banking on the carbon to stiffen it up, and I was correct, and it ended up about in between of a Meg and like a normal razor shark.
Okay.
So I don't like with the Meg, I had to use the stiffener on the top rail to take the flex out of it because it's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
With mine, I don't need that, and it's like perfect. It was right where I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is excessive.
But flexi is sexy, says Todd Saunders.
I don't know about that.
So the only flexible deck that I take that back. Flexible decks that I've liked and actually make sense for the chassis. RMX OG VIP deck from Razer. That one works super well. Lance's deck for Shark. That one works super well too. Everything else, like both of the Yokomo Flexi chassis, like the SX3. Yeah, the SX3 and the RX
they're awful.
Junk.
I tried the one you had. I think I borrowed from you that Flex one. It just it was crap. I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm. And then
I don't know. It's a weird. This is a weird one.
Jake's RC926 chassis. That was pretty killer. And
he got that one driving pretty good eventually, but he did eventually abandon it.
Well, yeah, that's because he's back to stiff chassis.
Yeah.
And then Harvey's YD2 Beast Mode.
Beast Mode.
Yeah. Those all work tremendously well for being flexy.
Yeah.
Still though, my preference on Shark so far is still solid deck or non-flexible.
Yeah.
Yours is the best one that I've driven that has flexi.
And you don't even have the finished one. You have the exaggerated flex one.
Mm-hmm. So the thing is that I will be getting my R-Spec one from Romeo DePaz, however you say it. He's in Texas, on Monday. It was supposed to be here today, but USPS failed me. It was in Portland today.
Oh, that sucks.
So one of those things.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. What else do we got? We got Kanzai. Oh, that was the end of it. Okay. So here's my thing, and we talked about it already. Like, how many chassis conversions is too many chassis conversions? Especially if we're getting to the point where we're buying something that's completely something else, and you're literally getting rid of every single part on it
Keeping
and just putting a
arc.
shark on it.
Yeah. At that point, just build it up from scratch.
Well, I think it's cheaper and it's better because I'm still not sold on IFS, and I know.
Oh no! IFS I am not sold on it either. It has a very specific use case, and that's if on 190 bodies. That's it.
I mean, it's more than just that. I just don't know how to use it yet, and that's to my own arrogance, ignorance, maybe.
Boneheadedness.
Yeah. Anyways, it's not that it's like difficult to work. For me, it's just a very limited like use case in terms of where your suspension is going to work. Just something isn't clicking for me, and it works fine. It's just there's probably something that I'm missing very critical, other than just like height adjustment. Like really. Yeah. What do we got in general? Oh, just people saying hi.
Yeah.
You guys need to help me out on topics and ideas. I'm popping in to roast my rig here. How do we like the MRX? I want to get one. Brian Fellers.
I think we only know one person with one, and he doesn't run it anymore.
Fred has one.
Does Fred have one?
Yeah, Fred has the one that Judd had.
Oh, okay. Well, Judd was the one I was talking about. So Judd doesn't have one anymore. Now Fred has it.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have enough time like on that chassis to like really get.
Nobody does because it hasn't been driven around us, and we only have one locally.
So we did have one from Grants Pass area that came up and competed that one time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, and from that impression, I was surprised. I was very, very surprised at how well it drove. Like, because it wasn't slow. It wasn't slow like an FXX or an FMX, which FMX is kind of okay because it's like the weight bias is right.
Yeah,
but yeah, now with MRX, the weight distribution is going to be like better. So
it's like closer to my beast mode FXX.
Yeah,
motor's far back.
Which then I'm still super salty about it because they basically just took what Wrap Up Next did and GRK did and made it 100% more complicated.
Yes, they did.
It's like, who cares about
so
needing
complicated?
Like
I want to quick change my rear diff gears.
Well, and they had to do it like that. They had to do it like that because of how they placed the motor.
Yeah,
like you can't
get the gear reduction somehow.
Yeah, you can't fit a bigger spur gear in there.
Nope. It's a funky chassis for sure.
So speaking of funky chassis, Mitch just did a high battery mod on his Mini.
I saw that.
And today he
went
moved
full
it
Atom mode. Standoffs.
Yeah, he did. He moved it farther back today, and that really woke up the car.
So is he still have his motor low down for the E, and then the battery is basically sitting on top of the transmission?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he had
to do it.
Yeah. So the thing is that like if he wants to continue this, like it drove really well today. Like I was very surprised.
Our mini decks are perfectly fine without running a top plate. They are rigid enough that you don't really need it.
Well, I mean, not top plate here, but the fact that that he's running the E transmission, with the battery on top of that. So, like his whole thing right now is like if he's supposed to go to a Z transmission, but if he's doing this, then there's no point in the Z transmission.
Basically, yeah, because you're just swapping places with
exactly. And basically, like if we really want to talk about it, he's running a Yogi.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of. It is low motor, but it still has gears for the transmission.
He needs to throw some belts on there.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if he can find the RC Art one, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which they're supposed to be making a resurgence, another run pretty soon here.
That'd be nice.
At least according to Chris. Jose said that he I swear if I submitted my rig, it would be a roast fest. With the previous solder, we already did that, remember? We had already roasted that thing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Soldering's hard.
But is it? Is it really?
It is.
I think it's more of a
hard,
patience game than anything else.
Oh yeah.
All I remember is we were making fun of the soldering jobs, which that did bite him in the butt. He did blow up his ESC,
Yep,
which
which
it's funny because that Toro ESC John had, which he got used, then I had, which I rewired that thing so many times.
oh, man, I'm so salty. My first ever Toro fell apart. Just pulling it off the deck and it exploded. Whole thing. That sucks.
Yep.
Old plastics don't hold up.
Oh, look, we got Todd in Discord now.
Todd's got a lot of stuff to roast. He can post his like train whitey too.
I don't think it would be roasting though. I think it would just
It's
be like,
pretty
that's
glorious.
cool.
It's glorious.
N.E. Bill Cosby. I have no... Okay, so here's my problem with Discord. Because
Names are
y'all
funny.
use different names. I have no idea who anybody is.
Who's this?
I don't know, but it's Bill Cosby.
It's Bill Cosby. Yeah.
So we got a shark.
A bone stock basic shark with plastic arms
What's funny is that it's kind of like it's just a shark.
and upside down shocks. At least that's different. Not even
And-
nerds. They're just upside down.
They're not nerds. They
they're
look
just
like
upside down.
Racing.
Yeah, but they're just upside down for fun.
So I would hope that they're the cutest shocks
Oh,
Wait.
that makes sense.
instead of the... Oh, wait. Oh, no. This is Jose's. Okay. I don't know if I can get, like, actually bigger...
Open and no, probably not.
hold on. I will make this work.
You need full screen capture and then open it in the screen.
No, because it's still stupid. Like,
What?
hold on.
Open the browser.
I got this.
And then you can zoom in with the control and the wheels. I love it. I bought the carbon RDX dock. Still uses the stock RDX bumper.
Wait, what?
It's so good. Where is it?
Anyway, so on
Mr.
screen.
Chubb's ones.
Hold on.
It's the next post one.
Yeah, so on screen, this is the solder job that basically blew up his speed control.
Those are basically all one giant glob of wire.
Yeah, which he was warned, like the stream before.
Oh, was he? Oh, I missed that. Yeah, you got to separate those, man.
You gotta keep them separated.
That's right. You do. That's not separated. That's like reverse polarity and cross phasing all in one.
No, it's like just all in one. Like,
It's everything all at once.
everything all at once, all at the same time. That is the what Lucy Liu was in that movie, Netflix movie, something like that. Okay. Oh, Jose, hey, it blew for the greater good. I mean,
as long as you learn from it.
Okay. So I am a little bit skeptical about the whole transaction that happened that night too, because you bought it for retail cost.
Oh no, it's not like it's a rare thing.
And I don't
Or
mean
valuable
mean to like point anybody out, but because it depends on who you buy it from, right?
Because that's not even the pro comp one. That's just the plastic one.
The rad. Well, no, he bought a rad,
Oh, he bought a rad at retail. Oh, okay. I
which
thought
it was
Toro he bought
a
at retail.
used rad.
Oh, it was a used rad.
So here's the thing: if you can still find it on Super G, it's still like $185.
Yeah, it's kind of pricey.
Okay, but get this: if you go straight to AccuVance, it's
It's
$210.
cheaper.
No,
Oh,
it's
it's $210?
$210.
Oh my god, I thought it was cheaper on AccuVance. Oh,
If you
that's
go
great.
to A Main, I think it's like $210.
Okay.
So yeah,
Did he pay the 210 for it?
no, I think he paid close to like that 185 mark.
I'd be less salty about that. That's okay.
I mean, okay,
Oh, it came with the fan too. Okay, he's good.
okay, yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, that's a $30 fan.
That 40, it's $40.
Oh my god. This is why I don't buy AccuVans stuff anymore.
Hey,
Except for motors.
out of all the fans, those AccuVans fans are still running.
Oh yeah, yeah, they run. I have mine unplugged most of the time though.
Okay, let's
Freaking loud.
take a look. Who is Mr. Chubbs? I don't know who Mr. Chubbs is.
I don't know, but that's what I was talking about. RDX carbon chassis still uses stock plastic bumper.
I mean, hey, some protection is better than none, right?
I guess, but you can at least go through like a normal YD2 bumper.
My favorite bumper is the shark bumper. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say the shark bumper. Shark doesn't come with a bumper. You mean the Hydra bumper?
Yeah, the Hydra bumper.
Yeah, the Hydra comes with a bumper. The Shark
And then Lance's bumper comes in second. Although I don't have the new one. I don't have the Rising Sun one.
I will have them tomorrow.
Are you coming up tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
To Albany?
Northwest.
Okay.
Yes, Northwest. Yes.
That means I am there for sure, Mitch.
Yes, I have stuff for you. I have stuff for Fred. I got to get stuff from Alex. So yeah, I'll be up there tomorrow.
And huzzah, hooray for brass standoffs.
They are
Oh,
very
actually,
handy.
so check this out. Mr. Chubbs, his picture, again, I don't know who you are in normal chat,
I don't know who you are in real life.
but he has made the same changes that I have made. And I also saw at Super G while I was down there. So if you take a look at the front shocks, he's got basically what equates to a 2 to 3 millimeters spacer.
Oh, to space them away from the bulkhead. Yeah.
To get them more upright.
More vertical.
And then he also has probably a 6 mil something spacer
Oh, in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, to push them up. So wow. Okay, I haven't noticed that. I don't pay attention to RDXs enough.
Well, right, because we're expecting that you just kind of set it and forget it, right?
I just don't even pay attention to how to build them together.
But this feels really good on my RDX.
That makes sense.
What else do we got? Oh, Super G basically just told me the fact that like having a voltmeter, a digital voltmeter in your car makes sense.
Yeah.
Because there are so many cars that was like, oh, he better change his battery.
Yeah. Dude, every lap I looked at mine in the back window. I was like, okay, I can do more. Okay, I'm still good. I'm still good. And then when I'm waiting for quals or battles, I turned off all my fans. I could make sure that my battery didn't get too low for the next run.
Mm-hmm. But
so yeah, dude, fucking game changer. So many people had to like unplug their cars while they were sitting there, turn them off, and all that crap.
So many announcements about like, hey, leave your car on the track.
Yep. So you better make sure you know where your battery's at.
And it is the worst feeling, you guys, to have your battery die like right before your run.
Battle, yeah. Oh,
like the
so
worst
bad.
feeling. It happened to me up in Washington, right? And it wasn't even a serious competition. It was just like whatever. But man, it's not fun.
It's not a fun way to lose a battle. It's not a fun way to zero out in a fucking qual either. That's really crap.
What chassis is this? Is this the ADX chassis or not the ADX, but the AD team chassis?
I don't know.
I can't tell.
It's not a beast mode. Know that.
And it's not the weird freaky deaky chassis that we just saw.
No. I don't know what one it is. I did see a couple people with the that weird FRP chassis for the RDX up down the Super G though.
Sam had one.
Yeah.
I don't get it, to be honest. Like
Neither.
It's a Kansai chassis, so V1 must be.
Ah, okay.
Okay, Josh, how was? Well, hold on. Let me read back here. What? Oh no. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Max. Max is Mr. Chubbs.
Oh, okay.
And no matter how many times that's reinforced, I
We'll forget
probably
it.
won't remember.
100% won't remember.
Josh French, how was the traction at Super G on the P-Tile?
All the grip in the world.
Yeah. Like
So much grip.
It's not as fast as PDX because DRPs are run up there. I bet you
actually have 2 sets of my tires from Super G now. I'm gonna probably run them next time I'm up there
and
see how they do.
Same here. Because like if it's the same field, then that'd be cool.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah, so here's what I have to say about Super G surface. It's pretty much your standard P-Tile.
I worry about how long it's going to hold up over time.
Right.
Because there's already divots and dents in it where the floor, the underneath of it, wasn't done well. The tiles weren't laid amazingly well in some spots, and they've got a little bit of cracking, like space between them, and just it gets run super hard. So I don't know how well it's going to hold up in a year, 2 years.
Right. I mean, out of all places, they're going to see the most of it because they have so many, like, the competition scene there.
Yep.
As far as the tires that they were running DS Racing LF3s. Technically they're a softer tire than the LF4 and the LF5s that they were running previous to this on their concrete.
Yeah.
But it still felt very consistent. There's still a lot of side bite that you could get. Did we already talk about it? Like at the very beginning of the stream? Yeah, we did. How you basically just gain traction everywhere. And like your driving style has to change significantly if you're coming from concrete or like any sort of slick concrete.
I don't think we touched on that, but that is 100% correct.
And then what royally screwed me up today was driving on concrete.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried. Oh, man, that's the crappy thing is our concrete at Northwest is like driving on ice. But if we go to the Portland Expo Center or Monroe Expo Center, where it's polished and well polished and waxed, it feels almost. It's really close to the way Super G felt.
I think the Expo Center is a little bit slicker.
Little bit. Like PDX, I feel faster at the PDX Expo Center where we do like hot import nights. I feel way faster there and almost identical to Super G.
At PDX. So all of our car shows,
Portland Expo car show place.
Yeah, all of our car shows have been in the same place. Just whether by.
But I've gotten better. I've gotten better at tuning for it.
Right. Not to mention, like, I don't remember the surface being that good, but at the same time, I don't remember being such a
tune for it.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's exactly right. Like,
because that's how it was. Like all the last couple of years, it's like I would just get it drivable enough and then have fun with it. But now it's like I can tune my car for grip where I want, and it's like, especially to fit the way I drive, where I'm on power. And I use my brake a lot, so like it took the last time it took me a few laps to get my car down, but after that it's like, oh my god, you have so much grip all the time wherever you want it. So
and it's like trying to shed speed, you don't have to worry about shedding speed. It like the surface will take care of it for you. Like you just got to make sure your car is pitched in and ready to go. That's about it. But like as far as Super G surface goes, the biggest thing that I can say about it is that it's consistent everywhere. Probably because it was new.
There is a couple spots though. The exit to that last corner zone tripped up a couple people. Guy had some issue with it where it just iced and shoved him off the track, very similar to how it did to me.
Going into the finish line, right?
Yeah, before you get the finish line. That spot for some reason was a little inconsistent sometimes, and it would just, your car would just slide off. It happened to Guy, I think once. It happened to me. It almost happened to one of the Super G drivers and one of the Canadian guys too.
Right. I know
but for the most part, it's pretty consistent.
Let me see if I can move these windows around here. Ah, that'll work. And what window is that? Oh, don't want that one.
Let's continue. No, stop it.
Oh, I don't have it on this one. What the? Okay, delete. We're just gonna delete. We're gonna delete. Okay. I wonder.
I don't know.
Nope, I needed that one.
Top 3 LS3s.
Background. This is a random video. This is one of the Super G drivers. Let's see. What we're watching is basically some competition footage, or just some footage.
It's one of the tandem battle footage.
Yeah.
Oh, there now it's random.
Yeah, it's gonna be changing until you catch up here. I'm just scrubbing through them.
Yeah.
Whoever's team had like the entire shark setups with like the shark bodies, that was cool.
Which ones?
Like the entire team that had their
What color was that? Do you remember?
all sorts of colors, but it was like the shark open mouth type of thing.
Oh, I think that was the Hawaiian guys.
Psycho? Team Psycho?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I don't think it was Team Psycho. Anyway,
Maybe I might have been Bubble Milk or something else.
Bubble Milk would make sense.
I think it was Bubble Milk.
So Guy's body was like the plainest body
Dixie
that I've
Cup,
ever
dude,
seen.
no,
Guy.
Dixie Cup. It's so good.
I know it's the Dixie Cup.
I love it. I love that body. It's such a good. It's so good.
But the what is it? It's the waves. The waves livery that this guy has on his body is so epic.
Nah, I like understated bodies liveries because I never do like crazy livery stuff, and so kind of the more like paint scheme kind of thing rather than straight up livery is what I go for.
I'm trying. Is this Alex coming up?
No.
No. This is Jake versus the RDS.
Oh yeah, that is. Yes, that is Jake versus RDS.
So when I got there, he had told me that he had stayed up till 4 a.m. putting on his livery.
Alex stayed up till 2:30 in the morning putting on his stickers.
Okay, okay. This Jake's car is a shark with a MC1 bell crank on it.
MC1 bell crank, yep.
Okay. He's using the original Shark aluminum deck.
Yep, the adjustable
which
one.
I think is hilarious. Like I could have given him my Hydra deck.
I know. And I had my midnight deck. He wouldn't run it. He's like, no, I don't want to mess with it. Okay. Whatever you say, boss. He didn't want to mess with it because he knew how it drove, and he's like, I don't want to mess with it.
And I get that, right? But at the same time, like he had all season for the most part. Anyway. Yeah. So get the car on the left. I don't know why it looks more pink than orange, but it was orange. It's an RDS.
Yeah.
And Cameron, you can technically have cut bodies, but you have to
They have to be within the certain spec.
Yeah. And basically the spec is that if your bumper rides
30.
the wall, it's 30 millimeters.
Yeah, 30 mil. Yep. 30 mil from floor to the bumper, or to the bottom of the bumper.
And mind you guys, this is like pretty late into the lower bracket.
It's dark outside. This is late into it. So our lower bracket was the last bracket for Saturday. I think we were pushing 8, 9, maybe 10.
I got there at like 7:45, and that's when your bracket started.
Yeah. And this was a bit late into it. Because this isn't 32 cars on the track anymore. This is like what, 8?
I think so, something like that. This is Jacob Parker on the left here.
Yep. I still find it kind of odd how much Camber he has up front on MD1.
Yeah, I mentioned that to him too.
It's so much, but it works for him.
Yep. It looks like Jacobs does have a cut bumper.
Yeah, but it's within spec.
Right, but it's still cut.
But it is cut, yeah. You can cut it. It just has to be within the amount that is required.
Let's see. Do. Is that no? That is you.
Yeah, that's me.
It's all right. Because there's another body that like has the similar fade to it.
Yeah, but no one used the same colors. My body was pretty unique color-wise.
So who was this? I don't remember who this was.
I don't remember either. I think this was like my second battle. Yeah, because the first battle I went against one of the Bubble Milk guys, and then I think this was the second one.
So when I was driving the track, I had a tendency to always like go outside instead of stay inside there.
Like you were saying, it's hard to judge distance on that corner.
Not this corner, but the inside horseshoe thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, just like naturally.
Your battery is like at 7.9.
That's still plenty. 7.6 is cut off.
Oh, so many people knocked themselves out, you guys. So many people.
Yeah. I mean, like, when the competitors did a good clean lap, it was really good. But all it takes is one mistake.
Yep.
That's all it takes. And so, one mistake and you're done.
Let's see. That's Jacob. This is Jake. Don't know who that is. So many good tandems. This was the Matt's second bout, I think.
Against Timmer. Yeah. Oh, I think this is the one that knocked Timmer out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a cool body. I love those colors.
So well done. It is good.
It's a Sardina body. It's a Bankai body.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-oh. Brandon is retracting messages.
He's taking back statements. We saw that. Yeah. I'm really glad that I asked Joey for 15 minutes of just lower 32 practice time, because it was getting really frustrating trying to practice with 60 cars on track before our bracket.
Yeah,
And I feel like everyone did way better once we got our 15 minutes in by ourselves.
Yeah.
Because everyone was getting like really stressed out. Jake was getting incredibly stressed out because Tech 1 Drift was like doing what John was doing and cutting the start and just running in circles and laps. And so that was like kind of frustrating when we haven't driven for 4 hours and we're trying to get tandem practice in so we can actually do good in our bracket. And then those guys just come in and just lap and lap and lap. And I think one of them hit Jake.
Brandon, the 15-minute sessions helped immensely.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet.
They did.
I'm curious of how many people... I
was stressed out.
Like, how many people were in last year's competition? Because it would be interesting to see how much they grew, right?
I think Guy was saying, like, between 60 and 80 in last year's.
That was it?
Yeah.
So they jumped almost 40 people?
Yeah. Like, they nearly doubled.
That's a lot of people.
I know. That venue is very small, and having 60 plus cars on track is chaos.
I mean, I still think they did a pretty good job of, like, managing everything and just rolling with everything at the, like, as it came along.
By the time you got there, yes. The first day was a little rough. Quals was a bit of a mess. Second day got a little better. Third day, they were really getting the hang of it and getting way better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like
exactly, Brandon. With 60 people driving and we're up in our bracket next, we could not pick where we wanted to stand for our competition bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was passing Joey and he asked me, how's it going? I'm like, not good. And I straight up told him, we really need a practice session with just the bracket people so we can get good lines in. Because it's chaos and it's undrivable. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, Joey's on the last period. We're going to have a private session for just the top or the lower 32 drivers. Like, oh, oops.
Well, I think, like, as far as that goes, they've probably learned just as much as everybody else does, right?
Yes. I talked to Joey a bit once I got back, and he said it was it was a lot bigger than they expected. They just straight up got overwhelmed, and some stuff just didn't work out great the first couple of days. But I think they were short-staffed this year as well. So,
I mean,
but they ended up doing okay on the last day.
Like, okay. If Super G, Joey, and Steve, if you are watching, if you ever watch this and you get this far into the stream, hit me up. I'm more than happy to help and like throw in some volunteer hours. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of other people are too.
Yeah, probably.
But I get it. Like micromanagement.
It's a thing. It was so many people, and just stuff just not going smoothly. It happens.
Adam in chat. How hard was it to see the whole track? I was asking some of my friends from Rolling Garage, and they said it was difficult to see the second zone.
Second zone was damn near impossible if you were standing by the sweeper, because it was other side of the track. If you were on the pit side of the track, it was more difficult because of the angle. You could kind of gauge your depth into it better. But if you were standing in the sweeper, it was really hard to gauge your depth into that corner. That's why me and Jake and I think Alex ended up pretty shallow most of the time, just because we couldn't gauge the depth as easy.
Yeah, but shallow is better than like
shallow is better
out.
than zeroing out in a crash. That is 100% right.
Yep. And Brandon, they sent emails.
They did. They sent out an email after for anybody registered. There was a competitor. They sent out an email.
Oh, okay.
Just basically stating what I was just saying. You know, that things weren't amazingly smooth in the beginning, but they do hope to do better. And they were a little short staff on stuff this time.
Well, I mean, even with the size of our competitions, right? Like I was always saying, "Hey, I need more hands," and just never asked for them, because for me, control is a very, very big issue.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, Joey's main focus is MC, right, and running the stream and running the schedule, and then Steve is the only thing I know that he actually does is help the judge and the recording and stuff like that, and do the scores.
But there's so much more than just that.
And there is, but those are things you can delegate if there's people to delegate them to.
Yeah, like what are they called? Just like people that run people, like
event organizers, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. They just shuttle people.
Yep.
Like, hey, you guys are up. Be there right now.
Yeah, exactly. Here, I will share this real quick.
Jose is asking, when does your shark? Is it? I'm assuming it's your shark deck. When is it dropping?
It's already out. I already have it. I have 10 of. Well, I have 8 of them. I have 8 of them up for sale. I have 8 of the first run done.
I think we got an interview with Alan behind the desk, behind the front desk of Super G.
Oh, I think he did. Yeah.
Oh shoot! Well, John's gone. Yeah. I did want to talk about the whole like, what's your price on your chassis, Lance?
$120 with a choice of one of the 2 front bumpers. So you can pick either the Rising Sun bumper or the Midnight Sun logo bumper.
The Rising Sun one is really cool, you guys. Like, really cool.
There we go.
And you keep on moving left and right.
Sorry. My camera's really close to me, and so if I move around, I go out of frame a lot.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna. I'm gonna make you
stop. Go stop. I'm not moving.
Okay, fine.
I'm just stop. All right. There. If I lean back, it's better.
It's gonna look uneven. Well, not you, but anyway. Anyways, Deal with it, you guys.
It's because I have a webcam and not a fancy DSLR camera as my stream cam.
I mean, you do have a DSLR that
Yeah,
you
but
could
now I'm
use
not
as a stream
using
cam.
it. I'm not using it right now. It's in the bag on the floor.
That's the thing. You're not using it right now. You could be using it so much more.
I could. I need to use it more.
So I did want to talk about travel, right? Because both of us drove, and John flew.
John flew. So actually, not just both of us. I drove. Jake drove. You drove. Kayla
Alex
drove.
Yeah,
Alex didn't drive.
Kayla drove.
And then she drove back. And then Alex drove my car for about 5 hours while I slept because I was freaking tired.
Which, for me, like the 14 hours wasn't actually bad. It wasn't that bad. Especially since there's no Sacramento traffic that we hit. Like we were really fortunate.
Yeah, I hit Sacramento like 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. traffic, which wasn't too bad. But I got into LA at like 4, and I about had a panic attack because that was the most traffic I've ever been in my life.
It wasn't just that. It was the construction. It was the narrowness of lanes.
And the road quality. Oh,
man.
Yeah, and I forgot to take my antidepressant that morning because I slept in my car, and I was just like, done. Dude, I was so, oh my God. I wanted to turn around and go home so bad. That was unreal.
Jeez.
I've never gone that far away from home on my own. That was like next level kind of crap for me.
And like what I brought up in our chat earlier about just renting a 15-passenger van, I'm serious about that.
That's not a bad idea. Well, see, it's funny you say that. My mom has a Dodge Caravan she uses for work, and the seats fold into the floor. And it's like, Alex was like, why don't we take your mom's van? I was like, I wouldn't trust that van to get us there and back in one piece or not strand us.
I mean,
but renting one is not a bad idea.
Yeah. I think we should do that. Like, yes, yeah, it does keep everybody like together in that sense. But at the same time, if the only idea is to go down and drift, like, hey, like if we want to go and plan a California, like just road trip and just hit all the tracks, then that would be the way to do it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think any of us expected to be at Super G from literally 11 in the morning to 12 at night every day for 4 days straight.
I wasn't.
You weren't, but the rest of us were competing, you jerk.
I went to SeaWorld.
Yeah, you weren't competing. We were stuck there because we were competing. We didn't have a choice.
No, you didn't.
It sucked. But yeah, I think I expected to be able to go and do stuff in the evening, or do stuff in the early hours of the day or whatever. But nothing ever happened.
I do want to show up like on actual qualification day next year, and then I think I can get the majority of the interviews done at that time. Yeah,
12s went pretty slowly, so that was a bit more of a laid back day for sure. Saturday was a bit hectic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so did you see the comment that DJ made? Yeah, DJ made about the clipping points being weird.
No.
And then I brought up like, that's how I lay out the clipping points at our competitions every single time.
Oh, they didn't feel weird.
And then he was like, those are weird too. I'm like, what are you doing at PDX?
Yeah, well, I haven't been to PDX in a couple of weeks.
Well, so the thing is that when Chris was up at PDX,
yeah,
he was telling me about like how like just the clipping points don't make sense because they weren't laid out properly. So he took a day and he made the entry angles. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And now it made sense.
Yeah, and I've never made it to a Tandem Tuesday up there either, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Tandem Tuesday would be interesting.
Yeah, but it's Tuesday, and I'm
Tuesday
on Tuesday.
Yep.
The only thing that makes Fridays acceptable is I got to come home at midnight, and I don't have to deal with Portland traffic.
Okay, now the real guys that are the absolute traffic warriors here, or at least as far as like the people that we talk to pretty regularly, that is Guy, that is Jacob, that is all of those Washington guys that just long hauled all the way down.
This year, they all, I think 4 of them went in guys RAV4, I think it was.
There is a weird thing that happened.
But then Brandon flew down kind of like John did.
Yeah. That's my thing, is like, if we ever flew anywhere, and like I might make a trip over to Texas, like sometime next year.
Yeah.
And
Don't drive that. Don't drive that one. Fly.
Well, no, and that's the thing. It's just like all the restrictions of like flying, and just like flying with a car, you know? Yeah. Fly into Ontario or John Wayne. He flies into Ontario or John Wayne every time.
Yeah, Brandon, he doesn't drive.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Especially if you have people that are already there, they can just come and pick you up, which is funny.
He had a rental car.
Well, okay, then that is easy then.
Well, he tried to do what John. Well, he did what John tried to do.
What exactly happened with that? Like he had a rental car, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
And then he ended up taking an Uber to Super G.
Yeah, Jake
that's all that I know.
What happened? I don't, because he was messaging Jake to try and get Jake to pick him up, but Jake was busy.
Two-row for the win.
Two-row? What's a two-row?
I don't know. Other thing, like, because hotel prices, I think I spent close to $600 in hotel.
For how many days?
5, I think.
Oh, geez.
From the 6th to the 9th.
That was at the Marriott, though, right?
That was at the Marriott.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That makes sense. The Marriott is... Their Marriott is nice.
It seems so retro compared to other Marriotts, though.
The one I was at was not as nice. But it only cost me $400, so...
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so, but going back to that, technically, if we would all just do an Airbnb, and sure, there'd probably be more driving to it, but at the same time...
that's what Guy them had an Airbnb or condo or something.
But between like all of us, if we got a house that fit like 10 people, housing would be cheap.
Yeah, I think I was looking at Airbnb first instead of a hotel, and one I found was like a 2-bedroom, sleeps 4 people or something, with 5, and it worked out like splitting it to be like $200 each after splitting it 3 ways for 4 nights or 3 nights. So it's not too bad if you can get enough split. And
since it's California, there's more like ability to have like a pool and a hot tub there too. Like in all honesty.
No, you're probably right.
Because like when we
I didn't think about that one, but yeah, you're probably right.
When my family went and did a Tough Mudder over in Vegas, basically we had access to a hot tub and a pool and all that fun stuff. So it was a good time. It was a good time. Even though that we were like all wasted after the Tough Mudder, which if you don't know what a Tough Mudder is, it's 13 to 15 miles of obstacle and running. It's fun though. If you've never done it, I do highly recommend it if you're into that sort of self-masochistic type of abuse. But it is a good team building experience. But okay, so what does this email say? Areas at the top of our list that we will improve on: more restrooms, because it was just the 2 porta potties in the back, right?
3
porta potties.
They were done by end of day 1.
And my stream is being stupid, kind of. Yeah, whatever. We're almost done here. Run groups. Since we were stretched so thin, we figured we'd have run groups if needed. With this many competitors, we will plan run groups from the start with a system to keep it organized.
Yep. The PA system again, because we pitted out, because Wednesday, Thursday, me and Jake and Alex were in the back normal pit area, and it was too crowded to get up and leave. And so during the quals and comp day, we decided let's pit out front in the shop area because it's less crowded. And it was nicer. It was easier to get outside if we wanted to or whatever. The problem was we couldn't hear any announcements from Joey.
Mm-hmm.
So we had no idea who was running, when, what was going on, nothing. Because there was no way, no speakers, nothing out in the front shop. The TV didn't work. It didn't pass sound. Come Sunday, they had a little speaker out there though. So
yeah, by the time that I got there, like it seemed like everything was pretty nicely put
getting
together.
better, but it took 2 days of chaos to get to that point, which kind of got frustrating. But again, it's fine as long as they do better next year.
And then having more than one person on tech, more help. We'll be looking for volunteers to help us with the event. We are definitely beyond what Joe and I can handle. Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean that. I mean that not sarcastically.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It is a good thing that they have grown beyond what just the two of them can deal with.
We almost doubled any event we had prior, so it was a bit surprising. I mean, okay, with the qualification requirements that happened, I can see why. I honestly don't think they should like limit it any like next year, right? I think it should still be just as big, if not bigger, but a little bit more organization in terms of where you qualify.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah.
Double the people is not double the work. It's more like triple or more.
Yeah.
Yes. Very facts.
Yes.
For sure. If you have any complaints, okay, we don't need that.
Yeah, no, I reached out to Joey before they even sent this out, because I reached out to him Tuesday when I got back and had a day to think about shit, and just tell him I appreciated him taking the issues I brought to him seriously. It was nice not to just get blown off,
right?
Because they were legitimate. It was a bit messy, but he took it well.
Right.
He was happy. So
Brandon, free Super G shirts for volunteers would be awesome. Even more awesome would be like free. Free, but like event staff shirts would be super cool.
Because that's how, like, you go to a car show or you go to like Dirt Fish or whatever Summerfest, you get special volunteer kind of like shirts and stuff. So yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be cool, because like it's like, especially if it was the Super G shirts have the year on it, right? Like 2023 finals.
Yeah, everything from this year's merchandise stuff says 2023.
Yeah.
So the tires even say SDC 2023 finals on them.
Are they just stickers? They're just stickers on there. Yeah,
they're just special DS Racing stickers.
Yeah,
but they're on the tire. It's a special, because the other ones just say Comp 3 LF3s. So even the tires say 2023 finals on them.
So basically, moving forward, hopefully we'll start seeing quite a few new faces on the stream here. Not necessarily like permanent fixtures, but like just as guests. Exactly. Because if you saw on all of the interviews, there was quite a few invitations that were handed out, which technically, if you want to be on the show, just let me know. As long as you can hold conversation and just talk about yourself in a way that's not awkward, and just be pretty chill about it, then let me know. Because I'm always up for meeting new people, new styles, all that stuff. It's always fun meeting new people, even if it is just like on a Google Meet.
Yeah. Oh, did you get to go to GGT at all?
No.
Oh, damn.
Because by the time that I was done with interviews, and I had only found out that they said it was like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah, so it was that combined with I'd be driving by myself, combined with we're leaving the next morning, combined with I kind of just don't want to deal with that right now.
No, I get that. I'm surprised John made it down there.
Well, honestly, if I would have left with John,
probably would have made it.
Yeah, like if I would have just dropped Crystal off at the hotel, and then John and I drove down and then back up, then it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I wanted to drive the track.
No, that's good.
So,
No, that's good. Driving the Super G track was probably worth it. Anyways.
what would be hilarious if all of Northwest guys just magically planned out a road trip. Not just us, but like everybody
Yeah.
just decide to show up in California for like the week.
That'd be funny.
Be like Drift Week, but RC
Yeah.
cars.
Well, more of them hopefully might be more interested to try and make it down to finals next year if we do actually hold a series.
Yes.
I mean, we'll definitely need to talk to them about it though and see if they actually want to seriously try and do it again.
Lateral grip. If you guys have contacts, like send them a message, shoot them my way. And yeah, 100%. Because honestly, it's really awkward for me to just say, hey, I hear you're an owner or like from this track. You want an interview? Like if there's the middleman in that, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Which I did. I did get to eliminate that middleman and like actually meet a ton of cool people down at Super G. So like I got to meet Roy in person. So
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
And then Trey, then Brenna, then even Alfredo. Like the way that Alfredo was painted in my mind is not how it was at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't really talk to anybody outside of our normal group. Couple be like the Taiwan guys a little bit, and then I think it's mostly it. I think I did talk to Alfredo briefly after the raffles,
Mm-hmm.
just to tell him to reach out if you had any questions about the deck. But
Now
that's about it.
I totally got Alfredo and someone else mixed up, but they were both on Tech 1. And I'm
Yeah.
like, they look so similar.
I don't know anybody. It's like if you sent me to some other hobby like meet or something, I wouldn't know anyone there either. I'm terrible with people.
Right.
I just don't know people.
That's how my constant joke of John looking like Joey.
John does kind of like Joey, doesn't he?
Anyway, it is about that time, you guys. I don't see any new questions, so
No.
there's that. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some new guests, some continued topics. Again, if you are in the Discord, throw in topics in that topics and ideas section. That does help me out. If you've made it this far, like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll start saying that a little bit more. We're only 130 some odd people away from getting to the point where we can accept super chats.
Oh, cool.
So if that were the case, then yeah, super chats are pretty cool because then we could do somewhat of money making with this. And then if we get to
I said yeah.
and then 1,000 subscribers will get us to the point where we could do ad revenue as well. But that means I'd have to do more production videos, which I do plan on doing some more chassis interview stuff. If you've seen I think it's DOS vlog.
Oh yeah, do DOS log stuff.
Yeah, like how he does his stuff. Like
That'd be really good.
I am not as shoot from the hip with the jokes, but I think that's what we're gonna try.
Or all the special effects and sound effects.
Oh, I can do the special
You can do
effects.
that. You can do that. That'd be so good.
I was actually gonna do it on Bill's because I said Alfredo's chassis wrong. I thought it was I said that it was a LTS shark or a shark LTS when his shark was just a regular LTS, or his shark was just a regular shark.
Oh,
It was a Meg. It was a Meg, but that was the only thing that was special about it.
okay, yeah.
Anyways, anything from you, Lance?
No. Just if anyone's interested in grabbing one of my decks, hit me up on Facebook.
Yep.
I do have some stuff posted up on the Midnight Designs page right now. Me and Jake decided to rename the Midnight Mini page just to Midnight Designs.
Yeah.
Since it has the Midnight Mini, all the parts for that, the new deck, and then whatever else we do down the road.
What is your new deck actually called?
Just the Midnight YD2 or the Midnight Shark.
The
So it's
Midnight.
just- So if like in the post, I because I base the chassis off the transmission. So if I use a Z, it's a Midnight Z. If I use a Shark trans, it's a Midnight Shark.
Okay.
That's that. Me and Jake argued over this. The transmission is what dictates what car you're running. I don't care what front shocks, what tower, IFS, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's the transmission. The transmission is what dictates your car.
Okay.
Me and Jake firmly believe this.
I'm so glad that you brought that up, because it's like when people do like a TJZ swap or an LS swap in your car, like, is it still like a Miata? Is it still, you know what I mean? It's like,
No, it's not a freaking Miata. It's an LS powered go kart. No. You've taken the spirit of the Miata out and replaced it with some monstrosity.
like the Corolla in FD. That is not a Corolla.
No, because it's rear-wheel drive.
Like Papa does.
Yeah, it's not even close to a Corolla. Hell no.
Okay. David, hit me up in either Discord or Facebook.
I will post in case nobody has it.
Let me get Discord back up here again.
A link to the Midnight Design page.
Cool.
That's where I have info on the deck and all that stuff on it, as well as our mini stuff, which are all gone. They're all gone.
Yes,
No more.
the final one left
The
my
final one
hands.
left. Me and Jake have the majority of the rest of them.
The
I have-
majority of the rest.
Because we each of us have 4 prototypes, and then 1 production. He's got the 3D prototypes, but I've got 2 of the aluminums, 2 of the carbon prototypes, and 1 production carbon.
Yep. And just a reminder, you guys, if it seems like I don't know who you are in Discord, it's probably because I don't know who you are in Discord. So just remind me in a DM or just something.
Or post your name.
Yeah, or post your name.
Hi, I'm
Take your
me.
pick. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Brandon. What in the world are you doing here? Hold on. Sorry. One last thing. Because I've always wondered how to travel with a car.
Yeah, you like that? That's Brandon's travel thing. Yeah, isn't that sweet?
Where the crap? Where?
Yeah.
I deleted it. That's. Hold on. Okay, everyone needs to see this because it's
Like Brandon needs to sell this. Like market it and sell it. It's so good.
and time to adjust the things. Like, who would have thought of just shoving an entire suitcase full of foam?
Yeah, well, like, and cutting the foam out to the right shape and everything, because it's everything. It's radio, car, tools. It's so good.
But it is only one car, which honestly, if you're going to Super G,
To be fair, yeah,
Only
you pick
take
your
one
car, man. That's it. Like taking 3 cars was kind of fun because we were there for so many days. But if you're coming there, like getting there Friday or even like Thursday night, just one car because that's all you got time to focus on.
yeah, I was playing more show and tell than actually driving my cars out of
Yep.
the time that I was there.
Yeah.
Where does
Yeah.
your clothes fit, Brandon?
Oh, you just wear the clothes you got on your back, man. It's backpack and clothes or something. I don't know.
Backpack would work, yeah.
He's got what matters the most, and that's it.
But this looks like it's carry-on, actually.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, it's totally carry-on size.
Yep.
Which then the only concern becomes number of lipos.
I don't remember how many he brought.
If you use a larger suitcase, you can add another spot for
That's a
car.
check bag. He checks that. That's not a carry-on.
That's a carry-on.
Yeah, but he checks it. This is a check bag.
Then I feel so bad for your car. No. I mean, if it's in there, then it's in there.
I would be check bagging the clothes and carrying on the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'd be doing. That'd be better.
But
Better on
okay.
the Saturday. But yeah.
Very
great
cool.
idea.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing that, Brandon. Okay. Anyways, that's it.
Yep.
That's it. So, be more. I wouldn't. Wow, that sounds bad. Just help out with topics and ideas if you want to be on Discord or on stream. Just let me know. Yeah. Just like David said, we want to grow and expand the hobby. So however we can do that, that's what we want to do.
As evidenced by Super G, it's growing.
Yep. Other than that, have fun, be safe. That sounds like a dad thing, but until next week. You guys take care. Bye. Oh shoot. Hold on.
Ah, you forgot how to close it, didn't you?
I forgot how to close it.
How do I end the stream?
Well, usually there's a stop live button.
It ran away.
It did run away. Oh my gosh.
You're stuck on stream forever. Oh no!
I mean, I can